is not a book of wisdom, although it has a tremendous amount of wisdom. And it's not a book it's not even a book. And this is maybe the more challenging aspect of connection to this day. The Zohar is energy. It is not just energy, it is the most powerful energy in the world. It is the most powerful energy in the world. There is nothing, and those of us who have been connecting to the Zohar for a number of years, we experience it. And as we will see today, is really about being able to experience the light of Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, the light of the Zohar. So today and always, we have to both grow and strengthen our understanding of what this energy is. What is the Zohar? So Rav Ashlag teaches the following. He says, if you read the Zohar and you see that they would gather, they would share words, but maybe the most often repeated phrase in the Zohar is a combination of three words, which have a literal translation, but more importantly, have a deep spiritual significance. Almost everywhere throughout the Zohar, we find these three words. Patach Rabbi Shimon. Patach Rabbi Shimon, which is, again, a phrase that is literally translated as Rabbi Shimon opened. And it's, again, in its literal understanding, he opens the discussion or the wisdom, and then he begins to share wisdom. Patach Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Shimon opened up, began the discussion, the teaching. But Rav Ashlag says that that's the wrong way to understand those three words. He says, "Ki הלא תראה מאמר אחד קצר שעסקו בו לילה שלם." You will find in the Zohar, it says, for instance, that the friends gathered with Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, and they studied the entire night. And the Zohar writes down, gives over to us what it is that they studied that entire night. Sometimes they study for 3 days, sometimes they study for even longer. But Rav Ashlag asks a very interesting question. If you read the words of the teaching, it would take you no longer than 30 minutes to read, to understand, to discuss. So how could it be that it says that Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai and the friends studied this for all night? It would only take up a half hour. Studied it for 3 days, it would take up an hour. So he explains. הרוב מביא רק הפתיחה של כל זמן. The secret of the Zohar, and the secret of Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, and the secret of this day, is that Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai opens up the gates. Opens up the gates. הפתח, פתח הצינור מהשורש. He opens up the channel of light and blessings from its source.